The phone now, I'm joined by Jonathan Moore. He is the Garner family attorney. And Mr. Moore, I can only suspect that you and the family were surprised by this decision from the grand jury.
Oh, well, absolutely. I'm actually astonished that in the face of the evidence of the videotape and the finding by the medical examiner that this grand jury would find wouldn't indict for anything. It's really it's astonishing.
It seems particularly curious to me that the grand jury reached a verdict so quickly after spending so many weeks and months listening to testimony and evidence since the case was first put to them. Why do you suppose it was so quick before they rendered this verdict?
Well, I don't know. I can't speculate. I wasn't there. I don't know what was presented to the grand jury. I do know that I was very troubled to learn that every officer, except Officer Pantaleone, was given immunity from prosecution for their testimony, which meant that they could go in there and feel free to say whatever they wanted to say to help their brother officer. And that's clearly what's happened here. And it's a disservice to the people of the city of New York. It's a disservice to all honest police officers who go out there every day to do their job, that this grand jury would not find some criminal liability, find probable cause to believe that there's criminal liability. We're not talking about whether they're guilty. We're talking about whether there's probable cause to believe there's a crime. How
is the Garner family reacting now?
Well, as you can imagine, the family is as astounded and astonished as I am. But they're strong people, and they're resilient people, and they'll go forward and they'll continue the battle for justice for Eric Garner. And I do want to say as well that, speaking both for myself and on behalf of the family, that people have a right to protest, to be indignant about this result, but we urge that everybody be as peaceful as possible, and that we not give anybody the opportunity to deflect the attention from the terrible job that this grand jury did in finding a no true bill in this case.
You know, we mentioned this technicality earlier, but the NYPD is not supposed to be using chokeholds, and yet it's very clearly evident in that video that we saw that a chokehold was used to subdue Eric Garner. However, it is not considered illegal. Do you think that played into the jury's decision?
Well, the issue before the jury in any case like this is whether the force used was reasonable under the circumstances. The use of force, the use of deadly force here to subdue Eric Garner under any view of the evidence was unreasonable and excessive. So whether the NYPD bans chokeholds or not, that's certainly a factor to take into consideration in determining the intent of these officers. But whether they ban it or not is not the point. The point is that there was no reason to do to Eric Garner what these officers did back in July.
Mr. Moore, what is going to happen moving forward? Have you had a chance to discuss with the family your next step?
Well, we haven't had a chance to digest this yet. We will. But I can tell you that going forward, we'll call for a federal investigation here, and we will hope that the federal government, the U.S. Attorney in the Eastern District, will respond and conduct their own investigation here, and we will seek justice in every way we can for Eric Garner.
And is the family planning to take part in any kind of protest demonstration with news of this non-indictment?
I can't comment on that as yet because I have a chance to talk with them about that. So.
All right. Jonathan Moore, the Garner family attorney, want to thank you very much for sharing the time with us.
Sure. Thank you.